Will U.S. border delays affect your U.S. entry waiver application? That's today's topic of this video, and also um, a question that we are constantly getting from new applicants. And the answer to that question, well, it just depends. Ken Scott, Senior U.S. Immigration Law Intelligence Analyst from www.usentryWaiverServices.com. It's my job to get you cleared to enter the USA. So will these border delays have a, let's say, negative impact on your U.S. entry waiver application? Well, as you guys are well aware, Donald Trump or the U.S. government, they've reduced the federal workforce. So all this stuff's interconnected. So because the federal workforce has been reduced, and because the volume of applications at the ARO, will it have a negative impact? One could say yes, because if you have less federal workers, then obviously that means you got less personnel available to adjudicate these applications. So yeah, that's going to do that. And then you also have applications coming from all over the world that the ARO has to adjudicate from the different embassies. So that factors in as well. And these border delays, in terms of affecting it, I would say yeah, because you still also have to go down to the border as part of the waiver process, be it for fingerprinting or if you do the paper application version, which we do paper, because eSafe does not make this stuff any faster, guys. And you guys have done eSafe, already know that. And I told you guys in 2019, it's not going to make this stuff any faster. And you guys see it. So will it affect it? Probably. Is it good? No. Another thing regarding these border delays, let me give you a scenario. Joe Smith goes down to the USA. They search Joe's car and they find a roach in the ashtray. Now, Joe's delayed at the border because, let's say, a long lineup. So because of a long lineup, Joe's in line a lot longer. So now Joe has to go inside. They find a roach. He admits to weed smoking, all that good stuff, which don't know why you guys do that. He's inadmissible. The border delays, like I said before, the border delays and the shrinking federal workforce are all tying together. So he was delayed at the border for that. And there's less people or less workers being able to process a lot of this stuff. That's still having a negative impact, I would say. So guys, don't just think about the fact that if there's a long lineup, that kind of delay, border delay. So it's delays that also at YVR at the airport at pre-clearance as well. Yeah, all this stuff could still inadvertently affect your waiver application. Because all this stuff ties in, guys, to be honest. So I think of a couple of good scenarios. If a girl is crossing over at YVR and they search her luggage and they find lingerie, then they find out she has ads on Leo's list, that could affect her luggage. I'm sorry, that could affect um, the waiver application because she gave a long sworn statement admitting to stuff she should not have done, and that could have a negative. Well, that will have a negative impact on the application. So that's another thing too. So these border delays are just not good. But there's nothing you can really do about it. I mean, it is what it is. It's just the wording of some of these like titles. Because the thing is, a lot of you guys want stuff like black and white in terms of like border crossing, and it's not always black and white. It's a lot of gray. So as you guys are watching this video, you can see even I'm thinking, well, this is gray, or it could be this way, or it could be this way, it could be this way. But if you want a yes or no answer to this question, will U.S. border delays affect your U.S. entry waiver application? Yes. That right there is pretty much black and white. Yes, it will. Now it could have a negative impact or affect it 10%, could be 90%. It's varying degrees. But to answer that question, yes, it very well could. So Ken Scott, Senior U.S. Immigration Law Intelligence Analyst for www.usentryWaiverServices.com. And another thing that could affect these applications regarding these border delays is when you guys use these discount waiver companies, these lawyers who don't know what they're doing, and they put this stuff together, and you go down there, yeah, here we go. You go down there to that border to file. Sometimes some of these officers look at what's presented and they hold you aside, ask further questions. So that right there is a delay, and that could definitely have a negative impact. And I know because we see that sometimes back east. For some reason, that Rainbow Bridge, Detroit Windsor, that border, I think it's Ambassador Bridge, but that Rainbow Bridge, those two areas especially. And that's because you guys cheap out those discount waiver companies who don't prepare their stuff properly, and then you guys just get in trouble. I mean, I can't really sugarcoat it. You guys have got to stop cheaping out with these places. And a lot of these lawyers don't know what they're doing. So what else can I say? Ken Scott, and I'm out. Give us a shout and we'll get you cleared to enter the USA.